Seeker, have you ever wondered why names matter so much? Across the world, a name is more than a word. It's a hope, a shield, sometimes even a warning. In quiet villages, families gather to choose names with care, believing each one shapes a child's fate. Some names are whispered to protect, others to remember those lost, and some to keep away unseen dangers. Imagine a name that carries both a blessing and a burden, a child's name that is a plea, a curse, and a chain all at once. In one family, a mother named her newborn Banjoko, "Sit with me," hoping her child would stay in this world. Surrounded by her daughters and a tiny baby, she whispered the name like a prayer, her heart full of hope and fear. At the naming ceremony, family and friends gathered, their voices weaving tradition and love into every syllable. But sometimes, a name is not enough. There are stories of children who vanish, of families haunted by questions and shadows. Durojaye, stay and enjoy life, is more than a wish. It's a plea to forces we cannot see. What happens when a name cannot protect? In the hush of night, a mother sits in a candlelit room, clutching a tiny bracelet that once belonged to her lost child. Her family gathers close, their faces flickering with hope and dread. In this moment, a name is not just a word, it is a desperate promise whispered to the darkness. I remember a woman named Amara, her hands trembling as she traced the outline of a faded photograph. She had lost 2 children before. When her next baby was born, she named him Durojaye, stay and enjoy life. Her voice breaking as she begged the spirit to remain. For Amara, and for so many others, every name is a shield, an attempt to break a cruel cycle that has haunted their family for generations. The Abiku is not just a tale told by firelight. It is a shadow that lingers in every cough, every fever, every restless night, a fear that grips the heart and refuses to let go. In villages, families gather around glowing fires, sharing stories and rituals. Each tale is a thread in a tapestry of hope, woven to protect their children from the spirit's return. Offerings are made, and secret pacts are whispered, acts of love and desperation, passed down through generations. At night, 2 figures walk a lonely road, their faces lit by the soft glow of lanterns. They carry the weight of hope and fear, watched by spirits unseen, every step a prayer for tomorrow. I am Ghost King, and I walk with you into these shadows where every name is a prayer and every story is true. Tonight, Seeker, listen closely. This is not just history, it is the heartbeat of mothers and children echoing through time. Each name a fragile hope, each story a light in the darkness. Seeker, step with me into the world of the Abiku, not as a distant myth, but as a living reality. In a quiet village, a mother kneels at an ancient shrine, her hands trembling as she offers palm oil and kola nuts. Her prayers are whispered into the wind, her heart heavy with hope and fear as the shadows of dusk gather around her. In the flickering light, she remembers the children she has lost, each one named with hope, each one taken too soon. The pain of loss is a weight she carries every day, a sorrow that never truly fades, etched into her eyes and the lines of her face. In her home, she prepares ritual offerings, tiny beads, carved wooden figures and scraps of cloth, each one a desperate gesture to break the cycle. She marks her new baby's wrist with white chalk, whispering, "Stay with me," as if the words alone could anchor the spirit to this world. In another village, a father sits beside his daughter's grave, tracing the outline of a tiny scar left on her ankle. He remembers the night they made the mark, praying it would help them recognize her if she returned. When their next child was born, a faint mark appeared in the same place. The village held its breath, caught between awe and fear. Some families gather at night, lighting candles and singing songs that have been passed down for generations. The children listen wide-eyed as elders tell stories of spirits who come and go, leaving behind only memories and scars. Yet, even in the darkness, a candle glows in a child's hands, a symbol of hope that refuses to be extinguished, no matter how many times the night returns. I once heard of a mother who, after losing 3 children, tied a string of cowrie shells around her newborn's waist. She believed the shells would confuse the spirit world and protect her child. The baby survived, and the shells became a family heirloom, a reminder of the thin line between this world and the next. The path these families walk is haunted by love and loss, each step shadowed by the fear that the spirit world is never far away. Every cough, every fever becomes a terrifying premonition. Is the child simply ill, or is the spirit companion calling them back to the other side? This is the fear that binds families together, and the hope that keeps them fighting for every breath. In the end, Seeker, the scars that bind are not just marks on the skin, they are stories, memories, and the unbreakable will to love, even in the face of the unknown. The most haunting account I ever encountered, Seeker, came from a man named Adekunle. He sits before me now, his eyes deep with memory, his voice trembling as he recalls the past. But his is not the only story. There are others, each marked by scars both seen and unseen. Adekunle bears a faint silvery scar above his left eyebrow, a mark that is more than just skin deep. It is a reminder of battles fought in silence, of a mother's desperate hope etched into flesh. His mother, worn by grief, had lost 3 daughters before him. Each loss was a storm that left her more afraid, more desperate. She clung to rituals, to prayers, to anything that might break the curse. The 3rd girl, Malomo, her name meant "don't go again." In a final plea, they marked her with a blade, hoping the spirit would remember. The village watched, breathless, as hope and fear mingled in the firelight. When Adekunle was born, a boy with that same scar in the same place, the village gasped. Some whispered, some wept, some fell silent in awe. His birth was a miracle, a sign that the spirit world had listened. His ankles were bound in heavy copper rings until he was 7. He was never allowed near the river, never out after dusk. His mother watched him with hope and fear every day, praying the cycle would finally end. But Adekunle survived. He grew strong, he broke the cycle. His mother wept with joy, and the village celebrated a hope they thought was lost. In that moment, the chains of fear loosened for everyone. There are others too. In a distant village, a mother named Ifeoma refused to mark her son. She sang to him every night, whispering promises of love and belonging. He lived, and so did her hope. Another family, after years of loss, found peace when their daughter returned with a birthmark shaped like a crescent moon, proof, they believed, that love can call a spirit home. These stories, Seeker, are proof that rituals, pleas, and desperate hope can sometimes convince a wandering spirit to finally find a home. Each survivor is a testament to the power of belief and to the courage of those who refuse to surrender to the darkness. So if you wish to uncover more forgotten truths, subscribe, Seeker. Here we turn doubts into belief, and every tale is a key to the mysteries of your African heritage. The story is not over. It waits for you just beyond the veil, where hope and mystery walk hand in hand.